Getting into PC gaming can be pretty intimidating, but that's why I'm here to try and help as many of you as I can break into the market. And this time around we're going to be looking at SSDs or solid state drives and whether you really need one for your build or not. SSDs or solid state drives have really dropped in prices in the last few months, but not knowing whether you need one or not, this isn't really going to help you until you figure out if you really need one. Traditional hard drives have been used for years and years in PCs, and if you've ever used a PC at work or school, likelihood is you would have used one with a hard drive installed and not an SSD. Hard drives are pretty decent though, because you can get some real big capacity drives which can hold loads and loads of data and information, but where they start to lack is the speed at which they write and read that information being processed by the CPU, which is the computer processor which does all the machine's calculations. Also the GPU, which is the graphics card, which is similar to the processor but focuses only on the graphics and games, for example. Now yes, you can game on PC just using a hard drive. I did for years, I know a lot of other people do as well. You still have a really good fun experience, but if you're seriously looking at getting into PC gaming, then investing in an SSD will really improve your enjoyment of it all, especially with how fast prices are dropping for SSDs these days. You can get some real big capacity SSDs for some real good prices. For example, just having a quick Google and Amazon search this morning, I managed to find a Crucial MX300 275GB SSD for less than 80 quid, which is the SSD I am using and can assure you it's a real good drive, and when I picked it up it was far more than 80 quid. The Samsung 850 250 SSD for less than a tenner more at 86 quid. Really popular SSDs used by a lot of people. But if you're looking at going a little bit cheaper and a smaller capacity SSD, then a Kingston 120 gig SSD for 50 quid, which would be perfect for installing your operating system and a game or two on. This brings me nicely into my next point. If you do decide to pick up an SSD, then decide what you want to use it for. In my system, I have two SSDs, a 120GB one for my operating system and video rendering program, not really anything else. So I use my larger SSD for all of my games, as it can obviously hold a lot more than the smaller one, and installing more than 2 or 3 games starts to consume a lot of space very quickly. I actually also use a terabyte hard drive just to hold all of my pictures, music and videos that I've rendered, just to make sure I keep as much space available as I can on my SSDs for games. When I first installed an SSD for my operating system, all I can say was I was absolutely amazed and blown away by how quick my system booted up compared to my old hard drive, which I have been using for years and years. I had always heard how quick SSDs were, but didn't actually believe it until I actually experienced it for myself. For this fact alone, I would say definitely yes, go get an SSD if you have a bit of money towards upgrading your rig. If you're still running a hard drive, then prioritize getting an SSD as quickly as you can, because I promise you, you will not regret upgrading with one whatsoever. As I said earlier, if it's just one to install your operating system on, then you will notice a massive difference in speed of just how quick your computer boots up and runs, and just for that fact alone it is worth the upgrade. Gaming wise, once the game is installed on your SSD, you'll notice a huge improvement in loading times, and games just seem to run all that little bit smoother. Psychological or not, it just seems to have a massive difference on the smoothness of the gameplay and everything. Now, any SSD generally is going to be a lot faster than a hard drive, so you really can't go wrong. But a few brands of SSDs that I absolutely swear by, as I've never had any trouble with them, are Crucial, OCZ and Samsung SSDs. There's plenty more others out there though, so do a little bit of your own research, have a look around, try and find the best prices. There's loads of different computer stores out there now. Amazon obviously is a good one. I wouldn't say eBay, because there's a lot of refurbished stuff on there, so just stay away from eBay until you know exactly what you're looking for. But Amazon, definitely. You got places like Dabs as well, loads of different ones in the States. For the UK, Dabs I always use, and Amazon generally are my go-to ones. I know there are a few others as well, but I've totally forgotten. But just have a look around, just you can go on hardware comparison websites as well and actually compare different SSDs to each other to see which ones are quicker and whether just dropping a couple more quid on one is actually worth it because the speed is that much better. Just do a bit of your own research. It's enjoyable doing anyway, and you can actually have a good look around for stuff. I hope this helps you out, and this series is starting to break you slowly into the idea of jumping into the PC gaming bandwagon. I promise you, once you make that leap, you will never ever go back. Thank you as always for joining me. If you like this video, please do leave a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, please leave a thumbs down, but either way, please leave a comment below telling me what you thought and if there's anything you want to see me talking about in the future. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have not yet subscribed either, please do subscribe because there's plenty more of these videos coming up, and I would love for you to become part of the PC gaming team. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you as always in the next one.